Hello, listeners. This is 666.1, the Monster Mob, coming at you not quite live from the Boneyard.
If you're looking to talk about frights, we're your friends who go bump in the night.
It's midnight somewhere, and you know what that means? It's time for
Wee!
Hard!
Horror.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 666.1, the Monster Mob. We got a very special episode tonight that we're going to be hosting. Tonight, we are going to be discussing with our friends here, Issa Boneman, Demon Reviews,
Hi.
and Pixelishious.
Hi.
Among
Hi,
us.
everybody.
They're going to be a
I can do better.
panel for our little game show tonight, which is called You and Your Friends Get Sucked into the Horror Movies.
Like an isekai.
Like an isekai, but from hell.
Aww.
Good times.
From hell.
Great oldies.
Hell yeah.
So basically,
Oldies
how
are
our
always
game
the
works
best.
is I'm going to put each
Just
one...
ask Soda's mom.
Oh, Jesus.
Alright, anyway, continue.
I'm going to put each one of our contestants here into different scenarios, and then in the end, you, the viewers, are going to say who you think is the winner based on their answers here. So good luck to everybody. And any words before we begin, everybody?
It's Issa's fault we got isekai'd.
Yeah, maybe. I wanted to
He's
touch
playing games.
the funny glowy rock. And you know what? Here we be. Or the considering it's like a Camp Crystal
He's the
Lake
one
situation.
driving Goon.
Yeah, considering it's like the Camp Crystal Lake situation, it's like a big spooky mystical used condom.
Oh, Jesus. So before
All
we
right,
begin, something I do have to double check on something. Pixel, since you know Monster Sonas are a very important part of the show here, what is your Monster Sona?
Giant demonic fox.
Gnarly. Heard it here
We
first,
got our
folks.
first furry on the show, people. Let's go.
I take
They're
it back.
different.
I take it back. I take it back.
Hey, Pixel, I drove Modius for you. Your version of Modius.
Oh, that's right. That's right. She also
There's
represents
another
the
demon
demons.
girl.
Demons. They're everywhere. All right.
Me,
So
Demon Cat Girl.
let's get our first scenario up on the board. You and your friends, mainly the people you probably hang out with, to say in this Discord, you're all now freshly hired on camp counselors, 18-year-olds at Crystal Lake. So
Well,
far
yeah.
in the summer, you haven't quite gotten to where all the kiddos arrive. They'll be there soon, probably the next day or two. And you guys are all setting up everything around the camp. It's the big night of the party where all the counselors are going to get together. They're going to do some drugs. They might even have some sexual intercourse.
In my Christian Minecraft server? Bro.
You all show up there. Tell me, out of all of our friends, who do you think is the first to die? We'll start this
Pixel.
off. Yes, we'll start this off with Pixel. Pixel, who do you think's gonna die first? And why? Actually,
Out of all of us?
Well, not just us, but anybody in the Discord. You know, our friends who we hang out with in our community.
Any of our buddies.
Shark.
Oh,
God, yeah.
Sharky boy.
Sucks to suck, child.
The child?
Yes, the child. He
Is
snuck
he
in.
Jason?
No, he. Oh God, he could be Jason. That kid is kind of a murderer. But no, he's Jason's protege who just gets a little too ballsy, and then he ends up like trying to set up a nice little bear traps situation. Then he forgets because ADHD, and then
Gets himself
bam, he
stuck.
dies. Yeah,
Oh, wow, that's a...
he gets stuck in it and bleeds to death.
I
What
was
a
just
nerd.
gonna say he just got too mouthy like he usually does.
Oh,
That's true.
Shark's
Damn.
talking shit to the killer. Shark goes
Issa's
out like
been
a pro.
planning this one for a while. It's like you were ready for that question.
No, that was off the top of my head. I have several. Actually, I have a list here.
That was
if you guys
Pixel's answer.
want me to go through. But yes, I agree. I concur. But all right, Pixel.
No, that was Pixel's answer. She just answered Shark.
The shark. And you're just here ready to
You're
murder
taking
him.
credit for it.
Not taking credit. I'm just creating a word picture. Is all.
Okay.
Gaslight, gatekeep, bone boy.
Oh, God. All right. So, Issa, who's your pick? Is it also Shark?
Yes, but at the same time, out of all the people we know, Let's see. I'd probably say Paladin. I could see Paladin fucking dying first.
Why Paladin?
Because somehow, even if we invited him out to Camp Crystal Lake and he's just chilling here, somehow he'll find out how to get Overwatch 2 working on a Switch, and he'll just be like playing it as he's walking through the forest, and then he just again walks into a bear trap, or just walks into the loving arms of. Have we decided on like a killer, or is it just Jason? Presumably,
Is it
Crystal
Jason
Lake is
or is
tied
it
to
Pamela?
Jason. It's
okay.
Jason.
Then he just walks into the loving bear hug of Jason and just fucking dies absurdly.
Well,
So
is it Jason? Which one is this?
well, he said Camp
Jason,
Crystal
as far as I
Lake.
know.
Yeah, he said Camp Crystal Lake. So I'm just going to go with Jason. Like normal.
Wasn't his mother the first killer though?
His mom's dead.
Yes. Yeah, but his mom died in the first one. Yeah.
Okay, technically he's dead too.
Yeah,
so-
but he came back from the dead because the story got weirder as time went on.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're
Which-
agreeing it's Jason.
With
Yeah,
the
it's
mother
Jason.
being the killer in the first film, that's pretty weird to start. Like, well done.
I know. I like that. But also, so Paladin. I'm saying Paladin, aka Hampter.
AKA Hampter. Nice.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I forgot he changes his name all the time.
Yeah.
Well, it's been Hampter for a while.
A runner-up though, Deathwire. All he
Death-
does is play music. He doesn't know what to do when he
Oh
does
my
it. So he
God.
just
That's a bot.
We love
So he just-
Deathwire.
Deathwire walks up to Jason casually. What kind of tunes do you want? And then he just fucking knocks his head off.
Why do you use
Demon,
your
you're up
Lester
next.
voice?
Anyway,
That's the Deathwire voice.
Demon's time. Yeah, Demon's time.
Honestly, Izzy.
Oh, shit!
Damn. Oh, okay.
For those
I
listeners
was
who don't know,
actually- I was
Izzy's actually one
thinking-
of
I
our
was
friends
think-
from VHS.
I was thinking of saying Izzy too, but why?
She
What the
strikes me as the person
fuck?
that would like be following a squirrel and then also, unfortunately, either
Is it because she's
falls-
part cat?
fall- No, just because I don't know. She gives me the vibe because I also would follow a squirrel, but she gives me the vibe of someone who would like scale a tree and fall out, and that's how she like accidental death, not even like killed by the killer, just
accidental.
death.
She's
I
just
could-
a really
and
bad
that's-
squirrel in this horror movie. She just couldn't
And that's
handle it.
why, that's why I almost picked her as well.
Oh,
just because
jeez.
I could. She's kind of a numbnut. So, dude, she thought fucking Blaze was actually in a game with her when it was actually just a guy with a fucking goddamn soundboard. Like, oh my god, I could see. I could
Oh
see
my God.
some shenanigans befalling her. So,
Oh my God.
You know what? All right, next up, Soda. Next.
All right, next situation. All right, you've all been admitted to a mental hospital. You've been having
What?
dreams of a man with
Finally.
sharp fingers. You've shown
Okay.
up back in his dream world, but at this point, you all have powers. Some of you are strong. Some of you can do gymnastics for some reason.
Oh, so we're doing
Some of you are
Nightmare
bad
3.
and beautiful.
Doing Dream Warriors, baby. Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Would be Jerd the Nerd's superpower?
Oh my
Ooh.
god. Sure, this fucking guy.
Well, it just such super skills because he's like good at like outsmarting killers
Isn't he
and
a rat?
monsters and
Isn't he a fucking rat?
no, that's Van. Van's the rat.
Yeah. That's true.
Van would become
But-
the rat from the Meow Wolf we went to, the one with the mohawk and the chain and the sunglasses, with the jean jacket, like a real badass punk rat. Oh god, I love him.
I think I'm sorry, I don't know the word, but it would just be like just super skills. Just like George's just a very like skilled person. Like when I think of him in like games that we've played together, and he
Would
always
you
like
say he would get like nunchuck skills or bow staff skills? Or...
He's just
Yeah,
skilled
like-
at everything, like all around. He can do pretty much anything. Oh, that from the
He's a
video
final
games that he
girl.
plays, from like the video games he
Yeah.
plays.
yeah, like
He could have double jump. That'd be fucking handy.
Yeah, that would
You know what? Yeah, I'll
Fuck you,
settle
catch
for
up with me,
his,
bitch.
his
I got
abilities.
cheat
Double
codes.
jump. He can be the Genji.
Oh my fucking
The
can
double
god.
Genji?
jumps.
I'd
He can
pay to
Genji.
see Genji versus Freddy. I don't know if Freddy actually could beat that, because he was getting his
That'd be
ass kicked in
cool.
the fourth movie by a martial artist, but he cheated. So I don't know
But-
how he'd do if he couldn't cheat.
But hold on. don't forget, Genji needs healing.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh
Yeah,
god, that's
okay.
how Jerd dies. He has the superpower, which we didn't say his superpower has to win against Freddy, to be fair. He fights off, but then at the end, oh, I need healing.
Yes.
That's fun, I like that. Alright, Issa.
Okay, I'm going to give him a stand, and his stand is going to be called "Bird is the Word," because it rhymes with Jerd is the nerd.
Jerd is the nerd.
And, yeah, but he has a stand called "Bird is the Word," and basically, oh shit! And actually, fuck, stands are supposed to be artist names. It's fine, songs work too. And and it's basically its whole deal is just to contain his poop so he doesn't poop because he is scared. So his stand is keeping him from pooping himself because he sees Freddy and he's like, "Aye," and he's like big scared. So
You could have given him brown pants for that, man. Like,
I know, but I wanted to give him a stand to give him hope that he would have something cool, but it just does something
so just
lame.
a stand butt plug, basically.
Basically, yeah.
Jerd's superpower, according to Issa's, butt plugs. Fantastic. Demon.
Yeah,
Since we're gonna be canceled after this episode, anything fun you want to say?
I don't really know Jerd that well. You know,
Oh,
you guys
you
all
should
play
know.
with him. I don't.
Make up a power. Imagine a really cool friend of yours who you want to have a neato power.
Oh my.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna use Snow Cane for this, which is my best
Yeah.
friend IRL.
All right.
Her power would be, and she's gonna love this when she hears this episode, doing massive amounts of coke and having Kermit powers.
So she does a
turns
bunch
into a
of
Muppet.
yeah, she turns into a Muppet after she does an obscene amount of coke. That's pretty good.
Yes.
I fuck with that.
This next
Those are like that's like her thing, Coke and Kermit.
Coke and
Yeah.
Kermit. You heard it here first, folks. Sometimes they like
she
Coke
loves
and Kermit.
Kermit, and she's like, oh, I want. I want to.
She'll use the
no.
She'll use cocaine strength with her little Muppet fists against fucking Freddy Krueger.
But then she
And
dies of
go-
a heart attack in the dream. And yeah,
Oh,
it's
God.
real
Yes.
unfortunate. She OD'd.
She gets too excited.
Freddy lost another one. He's angry.
She went out the way she would want to go. Coke fueled and Kermit.
Jesus.
Anyway,
For this next one, we've got a personal question. I'm going to take you all down on a trip to a little place called Derry, Maine.
oh god.
There, children have been going missing around the city. But no one seems to remember them. You're befelled. That's not the right word, and I know it. By a large
No one
cloud.
Yeah. They were basic bitches, by the way.
So in this situation, if each one of you were in Derry, Maine, I want you to tell me, so this will go Pixel, you will tell me what it would turn into for Issa. Issa, you're going to tell me what it would turn into for Demon, and Demon, you're going to tell me what it would turn into for Pixel. All right, Pixel, what do you got?
It would be literally any bronze ranking in any video game for Issa. Because skill issue.
No!
You'll never get past bronze! Never!
That's bullshit. You know it. I'm at least semi-competent at Overwatch.
Hey, buddy,
I'm a really good Winston main.
you're silver in Knockout City with me because I carried you, but you were silver nonetheless.
I don't know. I carried your ass. Is what you talking about.
There was
Issa,
that
you
one
did
game.
nothing, and
there
that's
was
okay.
that one game. There was one game.
You know.
All right.
You know what? I'm gonna play Lucio and enjoy my time just chilling on a wall, healing you guys, and not shooting anybody.
I've seen your Lucio game.
Joke's
Half
on
of it'll
you.
happen.
You're speed boosting us the entire time, and he didn't do any heals.
I forgot which button does what.
Shift, Issa, shift!
Oh my god. All right. Well. Okay. Everybody gets one. Everybody gets one pixel. Oh, it's fucking
Issa, what would
shenanigans.
Hey,
demons
Spider-Man.
It would turn into. It would. Okay. So first off, it would keep little elements from the remake It, because I know how much Demon loves the remake It with the Skarsgård and how it's her favorite iteration, right?
Yeah, it's everybody's favorite. It's the best. Yeah, I mean, anybody who
Yeah.
doesn't like that is just wrong.
Yeah, exactly. No
I mean,
Tim
if you
Curry
like Tim
here.
Curry, you're a joke. He was good in Legend.
Yeah,
though.
so basically what I'm thinking is it's going to be a anaconda style giant snake with the new it markings on it. Because I know from personal experience, Demon ain't too fond of the snakes. She's
You were
not
really close with that answer.
I'm gonna
The-
lock you out of the house.
The correct
What?
answer, actually, Issa, was tiny snake tails poking out from around places.
Yeah, tiny snake tails pointing out of every doorway and every surface. Oh my
For those of you who don't know, listeners, Issa thinks himself a bit of a prankster. And so what he likes to do is torment Demon to the point where then coming to me and going, "Isn't this hilarious?" And I'm like, "No, poor Demon, you ass."
Please, someone feel sympathy for me.
If
I
Pixel
regret
pranks me like
nothing.
that, I'd hate it. I would hate it so goddamn much. And there's a reason I don't
Damn.
prank her. There's a
I was
goddamn
just thinking
reason.
about if I left those little plastic spiders on your desk and
Oh,
how
you
you
would
freaked
have
out.
messed with me so
Pixel,
much.
do it.
Don't do
Pixel,
it.
do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't
do it.
We don't want that war to happen.
Maybe the
It'll
glowing
go viral.
spiders.
Pixel will be really funny.
Ugh, get your voice away from the mic.
Imagine though him doing the big like the big scream once he sees the fucking spiders. It would be great. And then what it would be is him like, and then Pixel. That'd be great.
Joke's on him. I had another apartment ready the whole time.
And and the door's covered in spiders, so he can't get in.
Hey, we're getting off into the weeds. Let's pull it back real quick because I got some other fun questions. All right, Demon. Yours
Coloring. So for Pixel, because I know she occasionally does the digital art.
Mm-hmm.
Coloring on the line layer, and then saving it.
God, no,
And never
no.
being able to go back.
I can't erase it after I do all the line art. Why did I do this to myself?
Exactly. Like you're out of backs. You can't fix it.
No, I have to start from the beginning. Why did I do this to myself?
It's a funny cursed app that just again doesn't allow you to do it. That seems
Go to hell,
that
Photoshop.
that seems like some good ass
I feel like that's
karma.
that's a good, most terrifying thing, especially for a digital artist.
You did
Because
a
I
good.
feel it.
Yes.
I did it to myself earlier. It was my line layer too.
Oof.
You guys
so
have
mad.
the silliest, scary. I wouldn't be frightened of any of that. Maybe the
Oh yeah.
tails.
Not
maybe the
even
tiny
spiders, which
Okay,
is
yeah,
its
but
true form.
think about it though. You're sitting there working really hard on something, you're almost done, and you alpha lock the line layer, only to find out you've been coloring on it the whole time.
Yep.
You can't fix it now.
Rough.
I am
Rough.
terrible at art, so I'd go good enough and then move
Oh
on.
my god. Good
All
stuff.
For this next one, I have something a little more silly in the works.
Mm.
As many people know,
Okay.
serial killers in the 80s, oftentimes, not serial killers, horror movie monsters are what they really were. Horror movie monsters in the 80s oftentimes were known for their ridiculously awesome lines as they murdered somebody. Such as, "Welcome to Prime Time, bitch," a line that we all
Oh,
know
fuck
was
you
improvised
for
by...
took mine.
Well, that's the great thing. I didn't take yours because you're going to kill somebody, tell us how, and then give us your kill line right after it.
That's
Hell
still
yeah.
what I would
Pause here.
use.
You can't
Well,
steal from
don't
the
be
already
basic.
taken ones. I'm sorry, that's
Yeah.
in the rule book.
I'm hiding
as
your
of
milk.
right now. I wrote it in
Make
there.
up another one.
So again, the object is you're going to tell us in a short description how you murder somebody, and then you're going to give us a line. Extra points for puns.
Stab him in the neck, through and through to the spine. No fixing that.
What are you stabbing him with?
A Bowie knife.
Oh,
Okay.
Nice.
And my tagline, Baba Booey.
That's pretty cool.
Just stab Baba Booey.
Now, when you say
Baba
Baba Booey, do you
Booey.
whisper it in their ear like, the Lannisters send their regards, or do you just Baba Booey?
Yeah. No, like a whisper. Honestly, it could be used at any time. Depends on how I'm doing the kill. Because basically the kind of what I'm doing is I'm decapitating. So depends on how excited I'm getting. If I'm having a good time and I'm just slashing up, it's Baba Booey. But if I'm like
Baba Booey.
being like super like trying to be inconspicuous, like do like just the throat, like the knife through the throat, Baba Booey.
And that's
Like
still
when I try to
better
kill
writing
Issa.
than Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. All right, Issa, what do you got?
Oh my god. All right, so what I'm thinking is my killer guy is going to be much like the OG Freddy Krueger, a killer of children. I'm
God
kidding.
damn it.
No, I'm kidding. But I was saying that because now that I think about it, the kill I got would make the most sense on a kid because outwards it's kind of silly out of context. But
Oh yeah,
what
just
I would
murder
do,
out of context.
It's got
What
to be
I
not
would do-
silly in context, all right?
okay, so what I would do is like I would probably find for my victim for this particular thing a guy who's like working at like a chicken coop or something. He's working, collecting chicken eggs. And then what I would do is I would find this man as he's working and collecting eggs from the chickens. I would basically have a big pillowcase full of feathers and an anvil. And then I would fucking whip it around, whack him in the face with it so hard that feathers fly everywhere. So he's just all bloody, full of feathers. And then I would put a little plastic beak on him and say, "Flock off, Featherface."
I'm locking you out of the bedroom tonight.
What? Come on, that's so good. What do you
You'll
mean?
get nothing and like
What
it,
do you
mother
mean?
clucker.
No, just whack him, be like, "Flock off, Featherface."
You remember in Billy
Can't
Madison
even
when the
say
guy's
that.
going like,
Featherface.
"We are all now dumber for being here
Yeah.
and listening to you."
Oh, come on, that's so good. Especially like a country fucking
What you've
locale
described is a killer of children who goes and finds like a toddler collecting eggs on the farm for its mom. And he beats the kid over the head with an anvil-filled pillow of goose down. And then puts a plastic beak on the most likely caved-in child's head. And then it proceeds to insult the child like with a bad thing of "Flock off, Featherface."
And the worst part about this is those feathers are flying around like it's a goddamn Looney Tunes.
Exactly. Looney Tune killing.
What cartoon did this killer escape out of?
Looney Tunes, apparently.
Yeah, that's
but
the wild part.
Canyon
Dude,
version.
imagine how terrifying that would be.
A Looney Tune escaping into the real world? Oh, you sold me on it, actually.
Yeah, a slasher.
Okay,
that's actually
called Who
terrifying.
Framed Roger Rabbit.
No, what he's talking about is Looney Tunes, if their things don't affect them because they're in the cartoon. But that's not to say it wouldn't affect us as humans.
In real
so
life,
if they did things like that, thinking they were playing with us, and like that's how the Looney Tunes interact with each other, is by hurting each other with pianos and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
They
Wasn't
could
that
end up
just
killing
Looney
an
Tunes back in
entire
action?
town. Sort of. It's very childish. He's talking a more adult-themed version of it, like if it were in a horror
like
movie
an
today.
actual,
And
yeah,
that's
like a
interesting.
horror movie starring an escaped Looney Tune.
I've 180'd
So,
on my
like-
opinion on this.
Fuck
like-
yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
dark Looney Tunes back in action meets Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of.
Like, an actual good idea for Bendy and the Ink Machine. It's
Yeah,
just Bendy.
yeah.
Just
Bendy coming
going
out into
about
the real
being
world.
like, doing his little jig, fucking thinking he's like, "Oh, I'm in the cartoon world. Tee I'm going to do cartoon shenanigans." But he's actually fucking murdering people super hard.
I want to know what Pixel's thing is.
Yes.
All
right. I have a little background for mine.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm working at this major art studio, right? I'm working on the biggest project of my life. And they bring in this new hot shot, and he's a piece of shit. And he worms his way into my position and gets me fired on false lies and bullshit, right? And I'm pissed, and I'm out for revenge.
Hell yeah.
And so I kidnap him, and as I'm slowly drowning this other artist in like a giant vat of like ink.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Why?
Oh.
Why would you do this?" And I look at him and I say, "You were kind of sketchy."
Oh. Wow.
That's
I love
pretty.
that.
That's
I
pretty
approve.
OP. That's pretty OP, dude.
Pixel, I will lock you out of the bedroom tonight.
Oh my god. God damn.
I had another one, but I was like, no.
Yeah, go for it.
Go for it. Go for it.
Okay, it's I'm a ghost bride, and I fall in love with the man who killed me on my wedding night, and I disguised myself, and he doesn't know it's the woman he murdered on her wedding night, and so I try to rush him like, we should totally get married, and he thinks I have like a bunch of money. He's like, oh yeah, let's get married because he wants me for my money, and
Like
then
one does.
as we're getting married, I pull out a shotgun, and I say, now that's what I call a shotgun wedding. And then I
damn it.
disappear and go into heaven because I finally got my revenge.
Okay,
Think
low
you're going to
love
heaven
that.
after
But
that?
is that Corpse
Yeah.
Bride with extra steps?
Yeah, it's Corpse
Yeah,
Bride,
it's
but
Corpse
and
Bride.
if it was directed by like Michael Bay.
That's pretty good.
All right, we got time for one last question, and then
Or
by that
Spike
time it'll
Lee.
be the witching hour. Okay,
Yeah.
so our big final question. You return once again to the role of the terrorist, murderous killer. First, you will describe what type of killer you are and any supernatural powers you possess. Secondly, you must argue why your body count would be higher than the other two competitors. 3 rules. 1. You can't be an overwhelming virus that actually goes around destroying everything. You're limited to a single killer with powers that we've seen or powers that we make up with from other films and horror movies. Number 2, you cannot be zombies. Zombies is too easy to take over the planet. We all know it. Zombies win. We've seen it.
Yeah.
And number 3, the final rule. No godly entities. At some point, you have to die by your 12th film, according to Jason.
God damn it, Soda!
Damn, she was just gonna be like, so I'm just Cthulhu. I'm just Eldritch
I was
God, and no
gonna
one can
say
kill me.
Death from Final Destination.
Oof. Oof, sucks to suck. None for you.
This is why we play the way we do.
Yeah,
All
I already
right.
got an idea.
All right, Pixel, do you need a little more time? Do you want me to let these two go first?
I might have to let the other two go first. I have no idea what to do or say.
Because now I gotta think more.
All right, I've started the
Summer
recording.
camp, Mom.
I'm going to count to 3. We're going to get back into it just like we never left, and nobody will ever be any of the wiser.
That's a lie, but I believe in this.
All right. 3, 2, 1. All right, contestants. You've had time to mull over your thoughts. You know what, Issa, I know you were jumping at the bit to get this one, or chomping at the bit, champing at the bit, whatever they want to say.
He was straight up
Chompy, like
going
from
for
Fairly
it.
Odd Parents?
Champion. Got what?
You chompy like the goat from the Fairly Odd Parents.
He's chompy
yeah.
like the dinosaur from Land Before Time 2, Chomper.
Hell
Chomper.
Oh,
I love Chomper.
him.
yeah. God damn it.
Shut up.
Clowns. Oh,
All right, Issa.
So
So first
am
things
indeed
first, give me the
champion.
theme. Paint me a picture of your serial killer, your monster, your thing.
This is
all
gonna
right,
be good.
well, my monster, of course, is the ever illustrious me. And how it would go is the Issa Bone Man would attack much like the Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing, and also, let's see, and also he would. You know, because I'm just a fun little prankster. I'm a fun little prankster. So what I would do is, to prank my victims, I would go into their loved ones, rip out their skeletons, and then wear their skin, and then just kind of, do some goofery until they find out, oh yeah, this isn't my loved one. That's fucked up. And then I'm like, surprise! I was a skeleton in their skin all along. Farewell, and then jump out the window. And
I must
then
go.
I
My
would
people
just-
need me.
Do you scamper away with pocket sand?
Exactly. I'm just like, pocket sand, yeah, and then they're blinded and crying, and I'm just like, bye, fucking leap out the window. And yeah, no, I would do that for like a good maybe 100 people or so if I could. That's the goal, Gotta have ambition. And yeah, I think I would be the best prankster around who just happens to kill people in the process. So
All right.
I'm sorry. The only thing I think of when you say you're a prankster is that was it the Ember Island players were they calling an incurable prankster?
Oh my!
That's all I
That
think
Avatar
about.
shit. Jesus Christ! Sussy people.
Okay, so just to be clear on this, because I want to make sure that I have this 100% correct.
Mm-hmm.
Probably
You are a
don't, but go ahead.
skeleton
Yes.
whose theme is that as you've risen from the grave, you look for skin to wear. Which, you know what,
Yes.
I'm not opposed. That actually does sound like a fun horror movie, because then you pose as those people, and it allows
Yes.
you to get away with shenanigans. So after you've killed the person, then you proceed to ruin their credibility,
Yes.
their reputation.
Yeah. And just do some fun pranking.
Okay, I think the estimate is a little bit high, but if you can't die by normal means, what's to stop
have
you
goals.
from
Gotta have
becoming
goals,
an aircraft pilot for a giant jet and just being like, I don't
Exactly.
actually know how to fly.
then-
it's just all guesswork. I googled it.
I'm in the air and then they find me out and I'm just like, who else but Issa? Pocket sand. And then I fucking leap out of the plane.
You'll never catch me, fuckos! Ah!
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh
That is
my
a
God.
horror comedy I would definitely see in the vein of Tucker and Dale versus Evil. I love it.
yeah.
Okay, all right. Demon.
It's giving more
No, go ahead. Go on with what you were gonna
no.
say. You're all good.
I'm trying to remember which one. Shit.
Mhm.
It's giving Army of Darkness more than anything.
Yeah, the little skeleton.
I could see
Dude,
it.
I would love it if
Doing
this
the
were to become
flutie
a
on the
movie.
tootie.
Doing the duder flutes. But nah, if it was made in, if this lovely story of my life was made into a real movie, then I would want them to use little figurines and just little,
Can I use the
little
dollar store
fucking little
skeletons?
Home Depot fucking skeletons just to make the movie like Army of Darkness.
I
Oh my
can't.
That'd be amazing.
I can't think of too many standalone skeleton horror movies. Like I've seen horror movies that have skeletons in them. Actually,
Of course.
me and Pixel recently watched. What was that one? The Curse of Hollow Bridge. The Curse
Oh,
of Bridge Hollow?
the Curse of Hollow Bridge. Yeah,
That had a really good
was-
skeleton scene.
It did.
That was
Oh
great.
yeah, what? Would
Uh,
happen?
Go see it. It's actually really good. I would say for a modern day like film, it actually has a pretty good kiddie horror element to it. It's got one of the Wayans brothers. It's got the
Oh,
girl who
nice.
plays Erica in Stranger Things. It's got a really great cast.
Wait.
And Rob Rickles is in it.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Rob
Yes,
Rickles is the next door neighbor.
but he's like super friendly and stuff, and kind of goofy.
Yeah, he's
That's cool.
awesome. I'm still sad they didn't
Alright.
capitalize on the shed in that movie, but that's a whole other talk. Got a shed
Yeah.
full of werewolves. Demon, you're up. What do you
Alright.
got?
I've got a genie, not in a wishing well, not in a lantern or lamp.
Bottle.
Genie in a Zoltar machine.
Oh, that would be cool.
Like in an
Alright.
arcade,
Zoltar
does it have to be
machines are fucked
Zoltar, or
up.
could it be any arcade machine?
One of the fortune telling ones, like there's one that Issa and I went to. It was like Miss Kitty.
Oh yeah. I've seen
So-
those.
So,
Yeah.
but for the sake of this, it's just a Zoltar machine because you see those more. And the only way it can, kind of backhanded fulfill the wishes is someone has to do a thing, instead of being like, oh, this is your fortune. It's like, tell Zoltar your wish. And it happens in like the most I'm sticking with horror comedy on this one. It's gonna be some goofy shit. This is a B grade horror movie.
Hell yeah, best kind.
You have to be so insanely specific with how you're like, oh, well, I wish that my teacher died. Well, you have to be super specific because the next day your teacher could have just dyed hair.
Hell yeah.
Or just like some funky shit, the teacher dyed
So
their
this-
hair.
yeah.
But the hitch for that is that they had an insanely allergic reaction to the hair dye. and it like boils their brain, and that's how they die.
That'd be nutty. So it's just like Zoltar pranks, but also like Final Destination-esque murders.
A little bit.
I see it a bit
But-
more like Leprechaun. You remember when somebody would get a Leprechaun coin and he would be
Oh,
like,
Christ.
"What is your wish?" And then
Yeah.
he'd always be like, "I wish for your gold." "Oh, it's inside your stomach." "It is technically in your possession." And they're like, "Yeah, but it's in me."
Yeah, kind of like that. We're going for more like
Monkey's
funny-
paw.
Yeah, funny, but like kind of messed up. I would say like Meat Canyon humor, like his funny
Oh,
videos,
God.
not his traumatizing ones, but like his really funny ones.
Yeah.
So got
I
like
like Meat
dark
Canyon so
humor
much.
to it.
All right.
And I'd say the kill count's at, maybe 2-3 movies. We're not going for like a huge franchise, maybe a couple remakes.
But yeah, you're gonna keep the body count modest.
Yeah, no, we're gonna keep it like kind of low. It's kind of like, oh wow, wonder how all this stuff's happening. Some supernatural person's like, it's that Zoltar machine, and then it's gonna do like a Chucky. It's gonna come back in the second movie completely fixed, but not,
Yeah.
and it's gonna do that until its problem solves itself,
So
and they burn him.
The trick to you, the trick to defeating your genie-ass character, not genie-ass, genie-esque, by the way. Sorry about my pronunciation. So is to destroy the machine in which you're trapped. Basically, it
Yeah.
releases you, but it also releases you. So it's as long as you're in the machine. That's kind of a sad existence for that character. I'm not trying to
But
shit
yeah,
on it.
it's
No,
just car pranks, bro.
yeah, it's car pranks.
It's car pranks, Pep.
I'm gonna. If you guys haven't seen The Righteous Gemstones, I really am gonna make you watch it at some point. I know it's
God, that
a
show is
Christian
gold.
show, but it's so fucking funny.
Car pranks.
I like it. I really do, Demon. I like that a lot. It's a very interesting thing. One thing you didn't get into though, and I'm gonna call you on it because I need you to get into it. Give us a look of what the genie looks like. When they're in their form.
Yes.
Well, other than they embody a Zoltar, it's kind of just like
Crash Bandicoot.
no, I'd say more like a sad, like semi-corporeal mist.
Ooh, okay, all right, I can see that. It's body
Yeah,
without body, but I like it. I like it.
Yeah, it's a little bit ghosty, but not quite. It's like it's like this thing has been tormenting humans for like so long in like, in these different kinds of things till the point where it found itself as Zoltar, because Zoltar's, I don't even know when they came out, but they're still being used to this day.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of forgot what it looks like, so it doesn't really know anymore.
Well, and
doesn't
magic
remember.
and horror is very interesting territory, in my opinion. Whenever we see magic and horror, we always have to remember that the magic is rarely one-sided. It's not just a villain who can get magic. It's the heroes who can usually get magic too. But with a character like that, you probably have but like a sad backstory. Like a factory worker who's building these Zoltar machines or something like that. He comes across a lamp at like a yard sale or something, and the guy's just trying to get rid of it because he's like, I don't want the wishes. They all turn out bad. It's bullshit. I just want it out of my life. He's like, yeah, I'll sell it to you for a nickel. And the guy goes back and
Like
he's
a
like,
haunted slot machine.
yeah, he's like, his supervisor's shitting on him, and then he's rubbing the
Vegas.
lamp, and he's like, man, I wish I had some power in the genie. He's like, you got all the powers I got, but you're trapped in that machine. Haha, later, bitch.
Yeah.
Like that annoying stuff where you're like, fuck you.
I can see that. That could be a cool thing. I'm just saying, like, it's like an ancient being.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's kind of, tormented people over the years, but then, like, kids in this day and age, a little bit more homicidal than most. So they're, like, making all these, like, stupid jokes, and their wishes come true. And so this thing's having a lot of fun. So, yeah, like 2-3 movies. Maybe an overall, I'd say maximum 30 kill count across 3 movies.
Maximum 30 kill count across 3 movies. Yeah.
They're like good kills though.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Those are.
like they're good and they're funny. Like they're like good.
Let's say each one of your movies was 90 minutes long, right? And divided by 10, you're looking at an average kill around 1 every 9 minutes, but they're interesting, good kills. So I can respect that. That's a good movie. That's a
And
good film.
it's more, and it's also like more about like their setup too. It's like, you know, a little bit, maybe a little bit Final
Little shit kids.
Destination-y,
Yeah.
where it's like,
shit
no,
kids
the
making some
setup's kind of funny. Like, oh, that's a really weird coincidence. Why are these things like that? But you know, it's because this entity set it up like that.
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Pixel, I believe you are up. Go ahead.
Mine's is kind of like a joke amongst gaming. So my killer is kind of like more like an entity, if that's okay. And he's called the
We literally have one rule about
boosted.
entities, about no entities.
Oh.
We
Well,
literally
mine's
had like three
mine's
rules.
semi-corporeal mist.
Yeah, no, I
But it
understand.
still is a physical form, though.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
This could be like a ghost.
The ghost is fine.
Okay.
Ghost is perfectly
Okay,
okay.
the ghost was a high-ranked grandmaster player in a ranked competitive online game, esports.
So this
level,
is
right?
a newer level ghost. This is a
Esports
ghost
level?
probably from the past 10 years, maybe 15 years. Okay.
Probably within the last 5 to 10 years, and he basically haunts gamers that sit there and brag about having a high rank when in actuality they don't, but they say, oh, but I should be higher, and they lie about it. And you have 7 days to get your rank up to where you say you're at, that you tell everyone, or he'll jump through, or he'll come through the computer and suck out your soul and just kills you. And
I like that.
and yeah, so you have like 7 days to improve your skill and get to that rank. And that's kind of like the only way to beat him.
Get
That
good
or
death.
yeah, get good or die. You know, it's like if you're gonna talk
I'd
all that
watch
shit,
that.
prove it, right?
Mhm.
And because we know like a lot of people will inflate like their skills in ranked games like that,
Pixel.
the kill count would be too numerous to put a number on it.
Mhm.
And of course you have like the final, it could be a final girl, a final boy, a final person, like it doesn't matter, because eventually someone will actually, like, he's been on a rampage and they defeat him by actually getting past like their
A
bluffing.
lot of
and
people are surprisingly bad at video games.
exactly. and I guess that it would probably last 1 or 2 really bad movies, because we know how all those like new like horror movies regarding technology, like cell
Based on the
phones and
internet.
computers, internet based horror movies never go well.
Mhm.
So
Like
that
Is it like the
Unfriended.
countdown?
I was thinking Bedeviled. I was thinking Truth or Dare. I was thinking there's tons
Yeah,
of horror
Unfriended
movies that were
especially. Yeah.
Unfriended.
Countdown was
the
awful.
first one.
That was a killer app.
Countdown.
Yeah. People
Was that-
download this app.
Oh,
And
it tells them
long
when they
Oh,
died.
that's
until
right.
you die.
Boo.
Mhm.
Boo to that horror.
Exactly.
No, I
I
will say
think-
this. I think the final showdown, being that you have to beat the guy in his own game, being that they were
Yeah.
so good, is an interesting thing, because it means that you only have a select few, we'll refer to them in this case as warriors, to actually go up against this guy. Because if it's League of Legends and they're a grandmaster, I'm not taking them down. You know, that's not how that's going.
guess you're gonna die.
If it's Rocket League and they're a supersonic legend, I guess I'm fucked and this guy's gonna beat me. But that doesn't mean that you couldn't have somebody who's, you know, a super badass. And final girls being such a famous thing throughout horror, and a little bit of a stigmatized thing in the gaming community, because, you know, it's one of those things of women often don't feel like they're welcome in a lot of gaming communities. So having, you know, her take him down speaks to
Ooh.
a bigger outreach on both sides. You know what I'm saying? It's not just the final
Also-
girl,
Yeah.
but it's also a badass.
Also,
Yeah.
it could be like, hey, esports ghost man, guess what? Now you have to beat me at my game. And they're like,
So-
all right, bet I'll beat
right.
you all day, every day. And that's
Yo, I
like,
got
all right,
questions.
let's play
Animal
Shrek
Crossing.
Super Slam.
So what
Can
would
you-
the kill count be on this?
Oh, that's a good question. What do you think your body
yeah.
count is?
I feel like it'd be like a lot like off screen. and maybe I don't want to make it ridiculously. I guess like per movie, like 5 to 10, because someone's like, "Oh, my friends are dying." They do it every time they play this game, and then they make the connection. They do the research. You're like, "Oh, they told me they were diamond rank and they were bronze." What?
Oh,
and they noticed that about all their friends. All their friends were lying to them, and then they've been lying about their skill. And then they get a chat message, like an in-game chat message, while they're in their game playing, saying 7 days to raise your rank. You know,
Ooh.
and yeah.
Well, that's the interesting.
They find the bodies and they're stuck in these horrible poses, and then they figure out, oh my god, they're stuck in Fortnite emote poses.
Yeah,
Just like all
they're
fucking
stuck in like
bodies all
emote
deformed.
poses from the game or something, or oh no, wait, it has their rank. Their rank is like burned onto like their chest, like their shirt will be ripped open, and it'll have like
Ooh.
a bronze 5 or like iron 5 like emblazoned on their chest. That way they have to forever, when they die, it'll be forever known that they were actually low rank and not actually that high of a rank.
I know this is a
I'm
joke,
with
but
it.
I genuinely want to make all 3 of these movies. I know,
Yeah.
I like not fucking with any of you. I enjoyed each one of these ideas. Well, guys, I'm afraid that's all the time we have left. I hope you enjoyed the episode. And of course, let's give a round of applause to our lovely contestants. Remember, Cody,
Woo.
put in a round of applause right here.
Oh my god.
Fuck off, Issa.
What did I do?
I don't know.
But no, I really enjoyed this, guys. I feel like I get to know each of you a little bit better based on this. I feel like we have a good insight into what would happen to our poor friends if any of us got caught in a horror movie.
That'd be rough.
And I want to
Oh, man.
thank everybody who listened, of course. Now, as we say our goodbyes, I do want to ask one other thing, and this isn't like a trick question or anything like that, but simply, when it comes to horror movies, I know we went into a lot of scenarios. Something to think about for all of us would be, really, why do we love these horror movies so much that, I mean, in these terrible situations, we imagine we had a really good time with it? Is it because obviously we know that we enjoy this for the fun of it and for the beautiful things that horror actually does bring into people's lives? Or are we just sick fucks? Really
Yes.
think about that tonight as
Yes.
you're going to bed.
Yes. Yeah.
I'd say both.
I'd say-
Yeah.
but
And
yeah,
for-
say your goodbyes, everybody. We'll see y'all in the next episode with this.
Bye.
Hold on. My outro.
Oh my god, I swear to god.
It is Denji versus Sanji.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
No.
They're
And
in a
here's what's
fucking
gonna happen.
anime thing.
In 2 episodes, folks, in 2 episodes,
Christ.
we are gonna do a versus horror challenge in honor of Demon. I am gonna put together
But
horror
they're not
challenges. We're
even
gonna discuss
horror.
them.
They're fucking just
But these will be actual
Fucking
horror
Christ.
challenges. All right, say
And I'll
goodnight,
still be doing
everybody.
my anime ones.
Good night, everybody.
Bye. Fuck off. everybody.
Adios.